So in this video, I refurbished my rusty old beam. Alright YouTube, so welcome to another video. This wasn't the video I was planning on doing this weekend. I was going to install my M2 center section exhaust, but having got under there, and I'll try and remember to put some video up now, I was hoping the 3 bolts where the center section bolts to the cat were going to be accessible with like a Dremel or something like that, because having looked at them, they're going to snap, and they're not your traditional bolt where you've got like a bolt with a bolt head and a nut. You've just got a bolt which is kind of welded on to the cat side of the flange and then a nut on the other end. So what's going to happen, I'm going to turn the nut, it's going to snap the shaft of the bolt, and then I'm going to have to try and drill out or cut off, or both, the remaining bits, which I'm not going to be able to do unless I drop the manifold and cat, which I was thinking, like, fair enough. And then if that happens, I'll buy, because I want to get a Pipe Sports cat and manifold, so I'd get that, put that on. But I don't think with the height I could get the car up where there's going to be enough room to get in and out with the manifold. So I've taken the rather annoying decision of not doing it myself and paying someone else, but there we are. Right, so back to the video at hand. For those who watch the channel sort of regularly-ish, you'll know that I replaced my rear beam, not because it was broken, but it was a load of preventative maintenance I did on the front and rear underside of the car, where I changed a lot of the suspension components and undersealed it and things like that. Because I got a bit of free time today, I thought I would wire brush all the rust off, probably put some rust inhibitor on it, leave it overnight, and then give it a good old paint. So I think this is actually the first time my garage has ever been empty, so it's a bit weird. Let me show you. I've set up a little tarpaulin to just try and stop breeze coming in through the garage door mainly. And then, yeah, I've set up a couple of lights. Covered the old bucket seats up. Hopefully that'll stop them getting dusty. Got the drill, my PPE, a lot of wire brush attachments for the drill. So let's have a little look at the rear beam. I mean, it's not as bad as some I've seen. You can still see some black paintwork on it. It's just the end bits that are rusty. So I'll probably just start cracking on the bits I can see. I might pop the bushes out at some point as well, and then probably flip it over and carry on the other side. It's going to be a bit awkward trying to get in there. So obviously you've got the torsion bar in the way, and then down in there, a bit of a pain, but we'll see how we get on. Right, so I've done one little trial run getting one of the bushes out. When I say trial run, I forgot to press record on the camera, so anyway, it's a lot more difficult than, if anyone's seen the video I did where I got the new beam, took the old bushes out and put some Powerflex ones in. They came out nice and easy. These are just a lot worse, obviously, because they've been sitting in them for sort of 12 years, and yeah, they don't want to come out. But I think I've got a good technique now. It involves drills and chisels and my bush, or what do you call it? Yeah, bush press tool, whatever it's called. So yeah, I'll try and record this time. So this is a 30mm socket. just going to put that on back to front. And this is 82 outside diameter, 72 inside diameter. So the key is to break a little bit of the outer casing. That's what I was doing with the drill and the chisel. Once you've broken that, it will come out then. I tried just pressing it out as is, and it just would not come out. I found you needed to put a break in the casing. Right, there we go folks. I think that's enough for today. Those bushes took a bit longer than expected. Yeah, like I said, I've only done them before on a new rear beam, so getting them out of a 12-year-old beam was a bit of a pain in the arse, although once I figured the first one, second one only took about 20 minutes. I could get used to having a garage with loads of space in it and not having a car in it. Actually got space to do things. Although it should be filled up pretty soon with a nice new Honda. Right, I'm going to be using some crust now to hopefully sort out the rust a little bit. So I could have gone like one stage further and got like an angle grinder, maybe a little multi-tool or a Dremel, just to grind off some of the extra bits of rust that I couldn't get off the wire brush. But I think ultimately there's a particular place where they tend to crack, which is here. And as much as you can clean up the outside, you still can't get to the inside of this tube. So is it worth it? I don't know. It looks nice, definitely, if you grind all the rust away. But yeah, like I said, you can't get inside that bit of tube to get the rust out of there, so it's still going to rust from the inside out. What I will do is when I spray it, I'll try and spray as much paint as I can into that tube. Right, so I've left that crust stuff to dry for about 3 hours now, just a little bit more actually. Now I'm going to do some primer. Although the paint says I don't need to do primer, I figure I might as well give it a bit of extra layerage. Right, so I've done as many coats of paint as I can be bothered to. I didn't film it all because you don't need to see me just doing coat after coat after coat. I also used a file to get rid of some extra bits of rust, which I thought the wire brush attachments on the drill would have got off, but they didn't. So yeah, I think it's looking alright. What I might do is just bring it out into daylight so you can have a proper look. It's not going on the car as such at the moment. It's just going to continue sitting in my garage, but at least hopefully it'll slow down the rust. Right, there's that job done. Looks alright actually, quite pleased with it. Could have been better, I guess. Always could be a bit better, couldn't it? But it depends how much effort you want to put in. Like I said, could have got the angle grinder out. but then ultimately you can't get inside the tubes anyway, so it's always going to rust from the inside out. I sprayed as much paint as I could in there, so it's only going to sit in the garage until it's called upon, so I don't know, make it last a little bit longer. Right, so what have I got coming up next? I'm not sure which order I'm going to do this, but I've got quite a, not significant, but quite a sizable aesthetics mod coming soon, which I've been looking for ages, which whenever they appear on various forums, they get snapped up pretty quick. So I've got one of them to go on. You can probably guess what that is. And I've also got it booked in for a pipe manifold sports cat, and I've got the M2 center section to go on as well, and then a remap. So I'm currently on about 214 bhp at the moment. So I'm hoping maybe I might get up to about 225. I don't want to count my chickens yet, but hopefully. So yeah, stay tuned for all those exciting things. As for this one, thanks for watching as always. Please like and subscribe. Check a comment down below. Hit the old notifications bell. And I shall see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.